Hi there, my name is Fid. I'm about to show you in this tutorial how to set up your external hard drive to boot into the Windows Pre environment. So first off, you will need a external hard drive. I usually recommend around 50 gigabytes. Reason why is because before you image, I would strongly recommend for you to back up the user's data. Uh, get the documents, favorites, desktop, any other folders in the C drive that they might need. Um, I would also recommend taking a screenshot of the network drives and the printers, so that way at least you can get the information as far as IP addresses and all that, and the path for the network drives. So when it comes time to remap it, you'll be able to. Now, what I'm about to show you is how to set up the external hard drive to run Windows Pre environment. So first off, go ahead and click on Start and launch the command prompt with elevated rights. So command prompt, run as administrator. Once we're in here, we're gonna go ahead and well, before we start actually, let me show you. I do have my external device here. So right now it's blank. If it's not blank, we will go ahead and format that in a few minutes. So in here, go ahead and type in disk part. So once you type in disk part, it'll enter the disk part section of the command prompt. Once you're in there, we're gonna go ahead and list the disk. List disk. What this shows you are all the disks that are plugged into the machine. In this case, the 465 is for the hard drive for this computer. The 74 is the external device that I'm going to be using. So let's go ahead and select disk 1 and hit enter. Alright, so once we select it, go ahead and type in clean. Alright, once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and create the partition, the primary partition. We're gonna have two partitions, so we can go ahead and keep this more organized. So let's do a create partition primary space. Let's give it 2 gigs for the size. So here, 2, 3. This will be 2 gigabytes. I mean, yeah, 2 gigabytes. Once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and format it. Quick fs equals fat32 label equals Windows PE. Alright, the reason why we chose FAT32 is because usually FAT32 is more preferable for booting a booting external device, and we went ahead and labeled Windows PE, so that way when you click on Start and Computer, and when you want to browse the disk, you'll be able to see it under Windows PE. So go ahead and hit enter. Oh, sorry, forgot the I. Okay, that went through. Now let's go ahead and assign a letter. Let's give it letter, assign letter equals P. Alright, so the letter was assigned, and let's make that active. Let's make that partition active. Once we do that, let's go ahead and create another partition on this. Let's do a create partition primary. Alright, so the create partition primary, as you can see here, I didn't do a size equals 2000. The reason why we did create partition primary is so any space left over to create another partition, it'll take the whole space. So once we're in here, we're gonna go ahead and format it. Format fs equals ntfs quick, and we're gonna, oh, there it goes, quick, and we're going to go ahead and label this other files. Alright, so let's see, it successfully formatted the rest of the partition for that external hard drive. So we're gonna go ahead and assign a letter to it. So let's do it. Assign letter equals, let's give it O, since no one's using that one. Let's give it letter O and enter. Alright, so it is now letter O. Let's do a list volume so we can see what, so we can see the changes that we made. We'll do a list vol, enter. As you can see here, we have other. As you can see here, we have other files, Windows PE and the OS disk. So let's go ahead and make that drive active also. Active. And let's go ahead and exit. So once we exit out of that, we're gonna go ahead and click on Start Computer and see our external device here. So as you can see, Windows PE is 2 gigabytes. I do recommend download the Windows PE zip file from our FTP. Pretty much I did all the work for you. All you have to do is copy and paste it in there. So let's go to downloads and let's extract it. Extract all to that drive. Hit OK. Extract. This will take a few minutes. Alright, once we extract everything into the Windows PE, you should see all of these files. The main one we'll be working with is GImageX. It's in the x64 for 64-bit machines. You can click on GImageX, open it, and here you can do various things. You can capture an image, apply it. If you want to add drivers to that image, you can mount it, browse to where the .wim file is at. Then the source, you will need to create a place where to mount it to. Once you do and read and write and mount, you should be able to apply drivers into it. But in the next video, I will go ahead and show you how to apply the image. In this video tutorial, I'll go ahead and show you how to set up the hard drive to boot into the Windows PE environment. So once we extract everything here, we gotta go ahead and get the .wim files. So in this case, I got one here. Let's try a 64-bit. We can also use 32-bit. Actually, let's use 32 since it's shorter. Let me see. Let's copy and paste it into other files. Reason why we want to keep this here in other files is because if you leave this external device as one partition, once you start migrating people's data into it, you don't want to delete the wrong folder for the Windows PE environment. If you delete the wrong folder, it will not boot. So that's why I recommend having two different partitions, one to have your Windows PE and your GImageX, and the other one to have your .wim file and your user's data. So all we have to do here is let this finish. Once this finishes, in my next video tutorial, I'll show you how to boot your external device